So the second question that we have is on trademarks and copyright as well. It goes like this. How can startups and small businesses strategically prioritize which intellectual property to protect when resources are limited? And what are the potential risks of delaying IP registration? So as I just mentioned earlier, that I think that if you're constrained on funds, which most young entrepreneurs and startups are, I think the most significant forms of intellectual property you want to make sure that you prioritize would be the copyright, basically where you can safeguard your original creative works. That's very important. The second one is your brand identity, because people will know you, the market will identify you through your brand identity, and this is worth protecting because it carries you throughout the lifetime of your business. The second aspect of the question asks, what are the risks of delaying registering your intellectual property, whether it's your trademark or your copyright? The first risk I would say is that there is a loss of the ownership rights. If you haven't registered your own original work and somebody else does that and registers that work, you will lose the right to that work, basically. It's as simple as that. The second risk that is there is basically infringement rights. If you have not yet registered your intellectual property, whether it's a trademark or a copyright, it is kind of hard to protect it from other people that might infringe your rights, because you don't have any registration, so you sort of have no proof of ownership in the event that somebody infringes your copyright, trademark, or any other form of intellectual property. Which is very important as well for young entrepreneurs and startups, is that there's a loss of commercial opportunities. What do I mean by this? If you have a very nice brand or product or service that is out there and you've registered it properly with your intellectual property, it means that you can monetize that, whether it's through franchising with other businesses or partnering with other businesses. You can leverage your ownership of that product or service or IP by monetizing it. That's one of the ways that normal businesses. But if you haven't registered or have delayed registering your intellectual property rights, then you will lose this opportunity as well. The last and most important risk that is there for delaying registering your intellectual property is basically you lose the competitive advantage. Because if your competitors can copy your ideas before you have registered them, then you have lost the competitive edge in business, and you don't want that.